Hello, friends. Intuitive Rene here, bringing you tarot scopes for the month of June 2022. June is here. It has arrived, and I hope you have survived this far. It's been a crazy year. I want to use the word whirlwind, but I don't want to actually use that word because it's such a horrible one. But it has been one of those years, hasn't it? Just when we think we get a handle on things, just when we think things are okay, something happens and we completely shifted off course again. So I think it's another reason why these tarot scopes are proving to be ever so popular. Last month, I think you all really enjoyed your tarot scopes. I had terrible audio last month, and I do apologize for that. But I assure you those problems are fixed and resolved, and we will have no audio problems going forward. So we're recording June 2022 tarot scopes. If this is the first time that you are looking at tarot scopes or watching tarot scopes with me, welcome. Let me just explain to you how it works so that you have an idea of what you've actually what's in store for you with the next couple of minutes. So I record one intro video, that's this one. So every single of the 12 tarot scopes that I do all get the same intro added in front of the video. Then I turn the camera around so that you're looking straight at the table, and I do the reading from there. So you don't get to see my face during the reading. Not important at that point. What's important is the cards. So we switch the camera around so that you get the hands down top version of the table so that you can see the cards that we do. The reading that I'm going to do for you is the same format or layout as what I did last month in May. Because I just thought it gave us so much. There was just so much information there, and relevant, appropriate information, and not, not light-hearted stuff. It was like real. And I thought that was quite good. I enjoyed it. So I'm going to stick to the same format. The only difference that I'm doing this month are the cards that I'm working with, and I've also added in another set of cards. So we're going to start off with the main tarot deck that I'm going to work with this time around is this beautiful Meraki Tarot is what it's called. Meraki Tarot has just finished off its second Kickstarter, which means edition 2, version 2 or second edition is coming out at the end of the year. I am so excited to get my hands on that. I love my Meraki Tarot. So we're going to be using that one this month. I am partnering or pairing it with Oracle decks, and I have got the Divine Energy Oracle by Sonia, and I am also using the Angels and Ancestors Oracle by Kyle Gray. So I think with all of these, we're going to get really awesome readings, awesome messages. So the idea behind the tarot scopes is that I record 12 separate individual readings, one for each sign of the zodiac. So starting at Aries, going all the way through to Pisces and covering everybody in between. Before I start the recording, I do set the intention that it be appropriate or relevant for your sun, moon, and rising. So if you know a little bit about your astrology and you know what your moon sign is and you know what your rising sign is, if you watch those videos as well, it will give you a little bit more insight. I encourage you as well to watch the video for your family and friends. So if you want to know what's going on with your partner, if you want to know what's going on with anybody, in your life, you can check out their tarot scope as well to get a bit of insight into what they're dealing with. Because sometimes what I've noticed is if you're aware of what other people are going through, and if you're mindful of what's happening in their lives, you adjust your reaction or your response to them appropriately, which means communication gets easier, which means connection gets easier, which means relationship is easier. And so sometimes it's nice to know what kind of stuff the other person is going through, so that you understand yourself and you understand everybody else around you. And when we do that, we work in synergy with each other. And I think that's so important. If you want to know how to jump around, the way that I do it on YouTube is I do create a playlist. So there will be a June 2022 playlist that will have all 12 videos in it. But if you open up the little description below, I will have the links to each of the 12 videos in the description below. So it makes it easy for you to navigate and jump around. These videos are free, they are public, they are open to everybody. All I ask from you is, if you do enjoy the content, to give the video a thumbs up. A comment is always appreciated, and if you haven't already done so, consider subscribing to the channel. When you do that, subscribe to the channel and push the like button and comment, you're basically helping my channel grow on YouTube. You're helping to let YouTube know that, my content is not so bad, and that maybe YouTube should recommend me to other people. So if you want to help me, subscribe, like, and comment on the channel. And for those of you who have found the new, what they call super thanks feature and have used it, thank you. I'm so appreciative of the donations. I'm so appreciative of the show of support. It's not necessary for anybody to do, but I do appreciate everybody who has used the feature. It's a new feature on YouTube. It's only been on my channel for a couple of weeks, and I've already had quite a few people show their appreciation and their gratitude by dropping a little super thanks in the box, and I do appreciate every single one of you. So we're going to turn the camera around. We're going to get started off. And I look forward to seeing what May 2022 has in store for you. All right, Virgo, let's have a look and see what June has in store for you. I have the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck in my hands, giving it just a little shuffle. I did shuffle before I started recording. Just going to give it 2 little shuffles, and then we're going to draw a single card from here to set the tone for the reading. So we're going to say to our angels and ancestors, what does the month of June have in store? What is the message, angels and ancestors? What is something that we need to know and focus on for all Virgo energy? For all Virgo energy for the month of June. And that's the card we are choosing. Put the rest of the deck aside. Let's have a look, Virgo. Message from angels and ancestors for June 2022. We have got the Direction Guardian telling you to choose your path. I love the artwork on these cards, because I mean, here we have the guardian, the angel, and we have got all these different animals, and each one brings a different energy. Each one brings a different characteristic to the equation as such. And I love the fact that the key phrase is to choose your path. So Virgo, is this our angels and ancestors basically telling you that June 2022 is going to be a month of path changing, that you need to choose your path? Maybe it's telling you that there's going to be things coming up for you in the month that could take you in a different direction, that could lead you in a different direction. And you're going to have to make some choices and decisions around where to, how often, with who, how, etc. So it'll be quite interesting. What I also need to say to you around Direction Guardian is that it is also confirmation that you do have a guardian angel close by, near to you, to help you with any choices, decisions, and actions that may be necessary during the month of June. All right, I have shuffled the tarot deck quite nicely. Oopsie, very happy with my shuffle, except Rene can't shuffle. Let's lay out the deck. I'm going to lay out all the cards that we're going to need for the reading, and only once they're all laid out will I turn them over and start doing the reading. So just bear with me while I lay them all out and try and get them as straight as possible. These particular cards don't slide easily on my mat, so I have to place them down carefully. Right, nearly done. Nearly done. Okay. There we go, Virgo. We have got our 9 cards positioned. I have left the space available or open because we are going to use this tarot, oracle deck, not tarot, this is an oracle deck. We will draw from that right at the end as well, and that card will be positioned in that open space there. So we're going to start, Virgo, with this card in the top corner here, card number 1. And this is the card that describes you as you step into the month of June. So as the 1st of June 2022 comes around, this is your energy. This is who you are. This is a card to describe you on the 1st of June 2022. Stepping into the month, we have the 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles is the card of patience. It's the card of perseverance. It's the card of recognizing that we don't always get everything that we want right away, but the work we do now, we will reap the rewards of it at a later stage. Bringing into it again our Direction Guardian that's telling you to choose your path. I'm wondering if this is saying that anything that we do based on these 2 cards, anything that we do now in the month of June, we may not see the results of or the rewards of during the month, but we're setting We're setting things in motion now that we hope to reap the rewards of at a later stage. So we're going to see how the rest of it comes through. But you come into this month feeling quite comfortable, feeling quite relaxed, knowing and understanding, the whole concept around longevity, the whole concept around, what you do today, you reap the rewards of tomorrow. And there's certainly not really a huge big sense of urgency around you, because you're quite okay with the fact that things are going to take the amount of time that they're going to take, and there's nothing much that we can do about it. So that also says that you're feeling quite calm, you're feeling quite tranquil, you're feeling quite serene, and most importantly, quite comfortable with your surroundings, which is great. Okay. Our next card that we're looking at here, Virgo, is the actual theme for the month ahead. So what is the kind of gist, what is the kind of theme that June 2022 has in store for you? And we have got the Fool card. Oh, that is so interesting. The Fool card came up in that exact position in the Leo reading I just completed before I did yours. Very, very interesting. The Fool card, it talks about potential. It talks about unlimited potential. This cardboard box, it always reminds me of receiving a courier delivery. And in my particular case, the courier deliveries are invariably tarot cards. And even though I ordered the cards, and even though that I know exactly what's in the box, there's always that excitement. There's always that, that unlimited kind of, what's in the box, what's in the box, what's in the box? And that's exactly the message of the Fool. The Fool talks about there are no restrictions, there are no limits. Everything and anything is possible until you open the box. While that box is sealed, that box could contain a million things. But as soon as we open that box, we know what we're dealing with. But even then, we've got choices and options. So the Fool card, as the theme for the month, is telling you that this is a month where anything is possible, which is why you need to choose your path, which is why you've got the Direction Guardian. But it's also why you've come into the month without too much expectation. Almost like sort of just saying, I'm going to let things unfold in whichever way they need to. So Virgo, it certainly looks like the theme for June is interesting. It looks like anything is possible, and only once we've opened up the rest of the cards will we actually know what's coming up for you. So let's look at what's next for you, and this is something that you absolutely need to accomplish during the month of June. So during the month of June, it's the Strength card. You see, it's about inner strength. It's about taming your inner lion, okay? It's about taming that inner beast that you have within yourself. And interesting, we had the lion over there as well. So it's about taming your inner lion. It's about taming your inner beast. And it's about recognizing how strong you truly are and how patient you truly are, and how, just how patient and how amazing and how awesome you are, even when you're not feeling it, even when you're feeling like, just everything's chaotic and everything's mayhem and everything's madness. Something that you will accomplish is to recognize, understand, and to tame the beast within you, the patience, the tenacity, all of those beautiful words. You will accomplish that this month. During June, you will learn how to do that, how to tame that beast, and how to dig deep and find your resolve, find your truth, find your integrity, and work with it during the month. Okay. Virgo, we've got two cards on the table here, and these two cards are probably the most important cards out of the whole spread. It is something that you need to avoid during the month, and it's something that you need to embrace during the month. So let's have a look. What is something that you absolutely need to avoid during the month of June 2022? Virgo energy, you need to avoid. This is interesting. Two of Cups. So Two of Cups is about partnership. It's about two. You can see we've got two different color fishies coming together as equals. They're almost mirror image of each other, okay? But they're coming together as equals. They're realizing that life is better as a union as opposed to two individuals. But this is something that you need to avoid. And my interpretation of this, Virgo, is you need to avoid relying on other people. You need to avoid believing that you can't do it on your own and that you can only do it with another person. And the reason why I'm saying that is because we've got the Direction Guardian telling you to choose your path. It's telling you choose your path. not choose the path for everybody, not choose the path that you're going to lead everybody on. It's about choosing your own independent path. We have got the card of patience and tenacity and perseverance. We've got new beginnings. We've got like unlimited potential, and we've got inner strength. So everything is talking very individual. Okay. So suddenly it's telling you to avoid connections. Now, we're not telling you, Virgo, to be a hermit for the month. That's absolutely not what we're saying. But avoid situations and circumstances where you are relying on somebody else, where you can't do anything unless somebody else does. So you want to make sure that everything that you're involved in and everything that you're doing this month, that you are in control of the outcome, that you are the one that has final say as to how things pan out or how things move out. Because if you are 50% of the project, the other 50% may not happen. If you're relying on somebody else to bring their 50% when you are giving your 50%, your project may only achieve 50%, and it'll be your 50%. You are giving 100% of yourself to the project, but you are only 50% of it. When I say project, I mean circumstance, I mean situation, I mean whatever it is, okay? So this is something that you need to avoid. You need to avoid a situation where you rely on, need, or can't complete or do anything because you need a second individual or another person. Could be second person, third person, fourth person, however many. You need to remain fairly independent and fairly self-sufficient, if I can use those words, all right, during the month of June. So interesting that that's coming through, Virgo. So that is also saying to you, no projects, no businesses, no contracts that involve a partnership or an agreement with another person. This is an independent month. This is a month for you to choose your path, not everybody's path. It's about you taking care of you individually. All right, Virgo, we're now looking at our next card is what you need to embrace. Sorry, I forgot for a second. What you need to embrace. So that is what you need to avoid at all costs. Now we're going to look at what is it that you should be embracing, that you need to embrace during June 2022. And we've got the Page of Wands. So Page of Wands as an embrace card is, again, it's about believing in yourself, focusing on yourself, but also it's about focusing on what you can do, focusing on the things that you actually can achieve, focusing on the things that you actually can accomplish, believing that you can do a little bit more. So when you know what your capabilities are, when you know what you're actually able to do, it's like taking it and just making it a little bit bigger, pushing yourself a little bit further, expanding your horizons just ever so slightly, deviating ever so slightly from the path, but knowing that you are confident, strong, capable, and independent enough to handle it, manage it, and to do it on your own. So as a card of what to embrace, or a card of, embrace this, embrace your ability to do amazing things. Embrace your ability to push the envelope, to do so much more than you ever would have imagined possible for yourself, because you are choosing your own path. You're not letting somebody else do it for you. You are sitting in that driver's seat, and you are being in control of what it is. You're not relying on anybody else to meet you halfway. You are embracing and taking control of your life and saying, I know I can do it, therefore I'm going to try. Okay, so it's about trying to do things on your own and not relying on and waiting on other people. So Virgo, I think that's like really interesting, the way that it's coming through. And as the month unfolds, when this sort of a situation reveals itself, I'd love for you to come back and tell me about it. I'd love to hear how it all panned out and how it all worked for you and how this helped you to navigate. All right, so we've still got a couple of tarot cards, and then we're still going to get another oracle. Our next card that we have here, Virgo, and this is an interesting one because this is an obstacle that you may not be able to avoid, okay? So this is an obstacle that you may actually need to overcome, to work through, to resolve during the month of June. So let's have a look and see. Obstacle for you, and we have the King of Wands. So here we have this beautiful fox. He's got his crown on. He's sitting very confidently. He's feeling very sure of himself. It's It's almost like he knows his woods, he knows his place, he knows where everything and what everything is, and he doesn't worry about anything. He's not over analyzing anything. He's very confident in his skills and confident in his ability. But this is an obstacle that you need to overcome. And Virgo, what this is saying, I want to bring it back to here, okay? We're not going to rely on anybody. We're going to do things on our own. King of Wands says we're absolutely capable of doing things on our own. But as an obstacle, it's about pushing that envelope. It's about recognizing, here is your skill set, but actually this is what you can do. So it's about taking something that you've been comfortable with all your life. Remember, this theme is about unlimited potential. So this is what you were always able to do. This is what you've always been comfortable with doing. Okay. Now suddenly we're going to, oh, sorry, that's that card over there. Now suddenly we're going to go, poof. All right. And we're just going to push the envelope a little bit. We're just going to push the boundaries ever so slightly and suddenly see what it is, how much more you can do. So the obstacle to overcome here is to not limit yourself in what you can do, what you can achieve, and how you can achieve it, but to recognize that there are no limits, to recognize that you get to choose your path. There are no limits. We're not going to rely on anybody else. We're going to figure it out for ourselves. And that is a wonderful, wonderful obstacle to try and work through and overcome, to realize during the month that you are capable of so much more, so much more. All right. So as you go through the month and as you have these highs and lows and as you have these various experiences, Virgo, what support is available to you? And that's what this card's going to show. This card is going to show you the support that is available to you throughout the month. And we have the Five of Wands. I love this. So the Five of Wands is what we call the chaos and conflict card. Okay. So here we have one, two, three, four wolves. Not wolves. What are they? Foxes fighting each other. You know, there's an ego battle that's taking place. There's an ego fight that's going on. He is trying to succeed on him. He's trying to succeed on him. He's pouncing on him, and he's about to, come in from the side and attack from all of them from a different angle. The Five of Wands is a card that says to you, chaos will always be there. There will always be ego. There will always be people trying to outdo somebody else. There will always be people trying to outshine and outdo another person. You do not have to participate. It's the chaos, the conflict, the trauma, the drama. It's not happening to you. It's happening around you. Okay. And this is the support that's available to you. And this is telling you the support is to see, to notice, direction guardian, choose your path, that it's not happening to you, but it's happening around you. And all you have to do is just casually step out of the circle and suddenly you're out of harm's way. Suddenly you are not part of the chaos and conflict anymore. So the support that's available for you is to recognize and to see that it's not happening to you. And that's very interesting. Very, very interesting. All right. Next we have, Virgo, is an action that you do need to initiate. An action that you do need to initiate during the month of June. And your action is the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is helping other people. Six of Pentacles is recognizing that other people have a need and you have access. Therefore, you can help, you can assist, and you can inspire other people. Six of Pentacles is the card of giving more than you take. And I think that's exactly who you are, okay? And I think that's why it's about being independent and not relying on other people. Look at the strength that you have. Look at the potential that you have for the month. But it's about choosing your path. Just because you can help people doesn't mean that you need to do it all the time. You have choice. You have option. Yes, an action is to be there, to support, to help, and to guide, but only with what you have in excess. Do not give things that you don't have in excess. Only give the things that you do have in excess. Anything else is yours to keep. You don't have to share. You don't have to share. And I think as an action, it's telling you, yes, jump in and help, but only where you have extra time, extra energy, extra money, extra whatever it is that the other people need your help with. If they need your time and you don't have spare time, you're not obligated to help. All right. And finally, Virgo, closing the month off. Remember, we still got to take an oracle card. Closing the month off, what any other advice does Spirit have for you? Anything else that Spirit needs you to know at this point? And we have got the Chariot card. The Chariot card is such a beautiful energy, such a powerful energy. And the message that the Chariot card has for you, Virgo, is to stay focused on your goals. Stay focused on those seeds that you've planted, those things that you're waiting to bloom, to blossom, to come to life. You know, we're in it for the long haul. Remember that. We're in it for the long haul. We're playing the long game, okay? We're choosing our path wisely. And Spirit is saying, don't let the chaos, don't let the disruptions, don't let those kind of things that are happening throughout the month move you off your course. Stay focused, stay dedicated, and stay committed to your cause. And if you do that, you're going to achieve everything that you need to. So, Virgo, I now have the Divine Energy Oracle in my hands, giving it just a little shuffle. I did shuffle before we started recording. We're going to take a single card from this deck. Now, this particular deck doesn't have pictures. It just literally has a keyword or a key phrase on it. And it's going to give us just anything else that Spirit feel you need to know here and now for the month of June 2022. So let's have a look and see. Final message from Spirit for Virgo energy for June 2022. Rejuvenate. You know what? And it's not rejuvenating anybody else. It's rejuvenating yourself. It's about choosing your path. It's about focusing on your journey, focusing on your experience, and recognizing that you deserve to feel good. You don't have to share with anybody. You deserve the success, the abundance, the joy. You are strong enough to handle this on your own, but make sure that you are rejuvenating yourself throughout the whole process. Don't ever neglect yourself. I love that. I love that. Right, so Virgo, looks like you're in for a fabulous month. Thank you for allowing me to hold your hand through this process. Please do come back and tell me how it turned out for you. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care.